Hi guys, it's me, Jess. You guys can all hear my voice now. Kind of strange, I'm sure. Um, I wanted to make a Q&A video today. I had talked about doing a week ago. So I wrote down the questions. I'm gonna go through them and I'm gonna try to make this natural as possible. Maybe like we're having coffee and I'm talking to you like we're my friends, or we're sitting in my room like I'm doing right now, and we're just kind of talking about life because that's what it should be like, right? I have Marley on my lap. Say hi. Say hi, Mar. Look. Okay, well, he's not really gonna look at the camera, but this is his little face. Isn't he cute? So anyway, he'll probably just be sleeping on my lap this whole time, and my window's right here, so he may bark at any time. People walking by, so just to let you know that might happen. I'm going to try to make this as short as possible, but let's be honest, I'm not going to be surprised if it's like 15 minutes long. So if you have 15 minutes to sit here and watch a video from me, awesome, thanks. And I'm going to do this in one long take, and we'll just see how it goes. Alright, well, I'm excited. So let's get started. I had a lot of great questions, and somebody asked me, what is your favorite thing about San Francisco? So I live about 15 minutes south of San Francisco on the peninsula, and what I really like about it is being able to go there from my like suburban place where I live and being like in a major city. To me, that's just cool. Like, it's cool if I take the train there and I get off the train and I'm like, wow, I'm in a big city. That's cool to me. The weather can be cool sometimes, but also not so cool. It's like can be like 15, 20 degrees cooler than like colder than where I live, like at any given time. But then other times it's like beautiful and sunny. But enough about that. I guess my favorite thing about it is like the diversity of people. Like there are so many different types of people and restaurants and anything, parks, anything you want to find. It's just very different than anywhere I've ever been before in my life, before I moved here. So that's what I like about it. Are you a natural blonde? That's another question. So in this video, my hair looks pretty dark. I don't know if it's just where I'm sitting or maybe it is just dark, but it's funny. I even posted like a sneak peek video, like behind the scenes thing on my Facebook, and my friend texted me and was like, "When did you dye your hair?" And I'm like, "I didn't dye my hair. I'm just it is what it is." So, am I naturally blonde? I was born blonde, and I was blonde when I was a kid. But then, as I got older, it got darker. And then, like in high school, I dyed it. Like my senior year, I dyed it blonde, and then I kind of let it grow out, and it was pretty ugly. And and then I decided to dye it red, right? And that faded pretty quickly. But I think at this point, all my hair is natural. Like, so it's kind of blonde, but it's kind of like dirtyish blonde, maybe. So this is my natural hair color. I don't know if you call it blonde or not, but this is my natural hair color. So, the person asked, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live and why? I feel like if I could live anywhere in the world, I'd like to try to live in Australia. I just would like to see what it's like there. It's always been interesting to me, and how it has different seasons than in the United States, and just seemed like a really cool place, and somewhere I've kind of always pictured myself wanting to live at some point. Someone else asked, what is your morning routine? My morning routine it really varies. When I'm going to school, like really I just kind of wake up like with enough time to maybe take a shower, maybe put on some makeup, get dressed, get out of the door. But during summer, like right now, I've had more time to like sleep in a little later and kind of do what I want. So I'll usually like wake up and then I'll check emails and things and see what happened like in blog world since I've been asleep. And I will try to maybe have breakfast and get dressed. Or if I'm not going anywhere, I just kind of stay in my pajamas. So I don't have much of a morning routine. It's kind of boring, I guess. But that's kind of how it is right now. Someone else asked, do you ever overspend on shopping? Yeah. I feel like a lot of women do, but I really try not to overspend on shopping, but I do. Like, I go through phases. Like, I'll go through phases of not um, spending anything, and then I'll, like, kind of splurge and probably kind of continue that as long, like, more than I should. Um, but honestly, I'm a serial returner. Like, I'll order things online just to try them, and then I'll return them either in the store or, like, send them back. I'll buy things in the store that like I think I need or that I like, and then I'll get home and try them on and be like, oh, I do I need this? Do I really like this? No, and then I return it. So kind of bad, but I mean I would say that I do over overspend sometimes. Um, how did you and Di meet? Well, so I was in high school when we met. It was spring of 2011, and he'd already finished college. So he's 6.5 years older than me. I don't think you guys know that. I don't really talk about it much, but yes, he's older than me. And I was taking a photography class at the community college. It was a black and white film photography class. It was at night, and so he was in the class also just for fun, and we didn't really talk to each other much in the class. But then, um, like our stations in the darkroom were next to each other, and so I would kind of like steal his little papers or whatever, or ask to borrow things, and then we just started talking, and it was mostly like me giving him a hard time and we laugh and stuff, and then like once the class ended, we like became Facebook friends, very cool. And eventually we just kind of started hanging out here and there, and we just hung out a lot more. And I like went away for a month that summer that we started being friends, and we talked like every single day that I was gone. And when I came back, we went like on our first real date, and we've been together ever since. So it'll be 3 years in August. Yeah. And what is your ultimate dream job? So, my ultimate dream job would be a job that would allow me to be creative and make money at it. No, I would like to be self-employed. I don't really love being told what to do. But again, I actually would like to work. Like I don't mind working on a team. So, but in my ideal situation, I would be self-employed, maybe utilizing photography and graphic design, and having my own business. I don't know what that would really look like yet, but I'm working on it. And other job that I would love is to work with the Beautiful Mess team. I think it's like awesome. I follow them all on Instagram and stuff, and I read like their individual blogs, and it's just like really nice to me. I would like to meet these people and work with them. That would be like a dream, but who knows? Um, Another one. How do you style your hair? So I don't really do much to my hair to style it. At least not right now. I used to have like a shorter kind of bob, and I would have to like style that every day. But now, what I do usually is just like today, for example, I washed it. I took a shower, washed my hair, and then um, I let it air dry. I actually had to leave earlier though, and so I'll just like blow dry the front of it because I like to straighten my bangs because otherwise they're just like so I just straighten those and maybe straighten it right here, and then I let the rest be naturally curly, wavy, whatever this is. And so since I wash my hair today, usually like the next day I'll straighten it, and then either the next day I'll wash it or like layer it up, and then if I wore it up, I'll wash it the following day. So I don't do much. It's simple. I mean, even when I spend the time to straighten my hair, it still has like a wave to it, which I've actually come to really like. And it still has like body and movement. So that's my hair. If you could spend 1 week anywhere with anyone, where would you go and why? I would love to spend a week traveling in Europe with Di. I mean, I would also love to go with my dad because I feel like that would be special, but either my dad or with Di. Um, but I've been wanting to go to Europe for, gosh, years, especially to Slovenia to see my family. We have a lot of family there, and my dad has been a few times, and So is my brother and my sister. Um, they've been there, and my other sister. So I would like to make it there sometime. So yeah, that's what I would like to do. Um, let's see. Why and when did you start blogging? So I think I've written about this a little bit. There might even be in my about section, but I started blogging. Technically, I started blogging in the summer of 2012. I had just graduated high school, and all throughout high school, I spent time in art classes, and it was great. But at the end of it, I was kind of burnt out. Like I felt like I was creating things for other people all the time. Like I had all these deadlines to meet because I was in an AP art class, and it's just really stressful. So I just wanted to try something new. I wanted a new creative outlet, and I had been reading blogs for quite a while, and it kind of inspired me to start my own blog. So it just became my own creative endeavor, and I've whatever you see on the blog, like I've really built it myself. I've watched all these tutorials to figure out how to do the coding. I haven't had like any help with that. Um, and I designed everything myself. It's been through like several design things, but I designed it all myself. And at first, the blog was called Dog Problems, which I kept with for like I don't know 6 months. But I just kind of realized that it wasn't necessarily something I could grow with, and I wanted the focus to be different. So I decided on Forward Room because I felt like I could grow with that, and it was vague enough not to just be like, oh, this is a blog about a girl and her dog, which yeah, sometimes he appears, but it's not about him. It's about me and my adventures. So yeah, so that's kind of why I started blogging. Um, Another question is, what's your favorite genre of music? Music. I have been listening to the same stuff for like several years now. I used to be really into researching new music when I was like in middle school and high school, but then I kind of got to a point where I just kind of peaked with all of that. I'd like to start researching more things, but I have like a few, tried and true favorites. So I guess I like indie music, but it's like I also like rock and kind of one band that I love is classified as power pop. But I guess I like more bands rather than like a genre. Like two of my two bands that'll always be my favorite are the Rocket Summer and Jack's Mannequin, which Jack's Mannequin no longer exists. The main guy, Andrew McMahon, now travels like and tours under his own name. But those are two of my like ultimate favorite bands. But I'm kind of open to trying new things, but I don't really like rap or hip hop, and that's kind of where that is. But yeah. So one of the last ones is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? In 5 years from now, what 2019? That's scary to think about. But I see myself graduated from college at that point and maybe starting my career, either working for a company or starting my own business. And maybe I'll be married. You never know. I don't really see kids in that equation because, I mean, 5 years I'll be 25. I would like to wait longer to have kids, but I'm not opposed to getting married younger. I'd like to have like time to be married and enjoy that before having kids. So who knows? Probably living in California or maybe having lived abroad for a year or so. I don't know. I really don't. I don't really have a plan. We'll see. And even if you have a plan, there's no guarantee that's going to work out. So we'll see what happens. And the last question is from Katie, and she asked, when am I going to come see her? Gosh, Katie, I hope I get to meet you soon. I'd love to come to Idaho, or if you want to come to California, that'd be cool too. Maybe this winter. You want to get away from cold Idaho, but we'll see. I don't know. So those are the questions. It was pretty good boy through all of this. I'm excited to maybe make more vlogs in the future. I think I might make like my favorite makeup items or something, like everyday makeup items. We'll see. Thought about like do I really need to make like a tutorial for makeup? I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert or anything, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. He was a good boy, and I'm just happy to have gotten to connect more with all of you guys through this. And I hope that you guys decide to make vlogs and I can watch them too. But anyway, I'm gonna go and do other things now. Alright, well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.